Today we actually have a video sponsorship from Auxito Headlights or Auxito LEDs. They went ahead and reached out to me on social media and they pretty much sent me a set of headlights for free to pretty much try on one of the cars that I worked on recently. So today we're gonna be installing some brand new Auxito LED headlights on a 2014 Chevy Malibu. Before we go ahead and start putting in the new headlights, let's go ahead and see a before video and then we'll go ahead and shoot an after video after the new headlights are installed. This is what the headlights look like when they're on. These are OEM ones with the OEM bulbs. So the first thing we're going to be doing is taking off all of these T20 Torx bits that are up here. You see there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, once you got all those T20 Torx bits out, we're going to come right over here to the fender. And you can see that there's kind of like a slit right here. Behind this slit, there is a 7mm bolt that we need to take out, which is right there. So that's a 7mm bolt. Let's go ahead and take that out real quick. Once we get this 7mm bolt out, we're gonna come down here. If you feel right here, you'll notice that there's also another 7mm bolt that's right there. We're gonna take that guy out too. Once we get that 7mm bolt down here off, we're gonna come back and we're gonna go ahead and hit these T20 bolts that are right here. They're along the side of the fender. All right, once we got all 3 of these screws off, you'll notice that you can now push this back. And with that being pushed back, you can pull this off just like so. And the reason why we need to have this pulled off is because if you look right here, that bolt right there, that bolt is what holds down your headlight along with 2 other bolts. So that's one bolt you need to take off. That's also a 7mm. Up here, there's another one. And right behind this plastic trimming, if you pull it back, there's another 7mm right there. Once you get all 3 of those 7mm bolts out, this headlight will pop right out. So I'm gonna take out the remaining 3 7mm bolts and go ahead and get this headlight swapped out. All right, and just like that, your headlight is now free. So what you're gonna wanna do now is pretty much take off the headlight from the harness. And the only harness that's holding onto it is this one right here. So there's a tab down here that you need to pull back, this red tab. Once you have that red tab pulled back, then you can pinch it down and remove the harness. So I actually forgot to mention one thing to you guys. Make sure you put this back on the headlight. For example, this one is over here. This is pretty much for the bumper to clip into. So this is a very important piece. Auxito actually sends you a new pair, so what you're going to want to do is pretty much take the old hardware screws out from that one and put it onto this one. So you're just going to repeat the process on the other side, and then we're going to swap over all the bulbs over to the new headlight and swap it back on and see how it does. And these look really good actually. Like they look, I mean, even just the clearance on them looks perfect. Usually like off-brand like headlights, they aren't as clean as that, so I'm really impressed with that. So up next, we're gonna be doing this one. Once we get this one swapped out, we'll go ahead and see the difference between these and the Auxito ones. So I went ahead and just wanted to see the comparison between this side and that side being OEM, this side being the Auxito headlights. And well, the results speak for itself. This definitely has a better beam pattern and it has a cutoff point, so you don't blind people coming from the opposite direction of traffic. This side has clearly a pretty much just straight in the middle is your focus point, and that also will blind people coming at you from the opposite direction. So yeah, these Auxito headlights actually they actually make a difference. I'm surprised actually. Let me go ahead and swap out the other one real quick and then we'll go for a test drive. All right guys, and this is what the headlights look like installed. pretty much perfect fitment, honestly. So really impressed with these headlights. Let's go ahead and turn them on now and see what they look like. All right guys, and this is what it looks like installed, and I am really impressed actually, because if you saw it before, you would see that this is 10 times better than what the old headlights used to look like. But yeah, I feel like these have a little less range, but you can definitely tell that the field of view is way better. So let's go ahead and check out what the high beams will look like. So this is with the high beams on. I feel like these are a little bit better. I don't really know though. I want to say these are a little bit better, but I could be double thinking about it because the headlights are cleaner on this one. They are clear, so there is going to be a little bit more wider range on the outside. But I do feel like the high beams on these Auxito lights are a bit better than the OEM ones. So anyways guys, that's pretty much it for this video. I hope you guys liked the video on swapping these headlights out on this 2014 Chevy Malibu. And also guys, if you guys want to pick up a set of headlights, hit up Auxito. I'll drop a link down below to their website so you guys can go ahead and shop around and see what they have to offer. Anyways guys, see you guys in the next video. Peace out.